Okay, so I'm going to read from the White Light Oracle Guidebook from Lana Fairchild. If you want any readings or anything like that, please use the links provided on the YouTube. I've had a couple issues, but most of the time everything's good. If you want a private one-on-one, that's more than okay with me. Thank you to all the donations made by PayPal or anything that's e-transferred or anything like that. I really do appreciate it. All right, so the one that was chosen here is Perfume of Sofia. Pardon me if I look a little rugged. I'm a little bit tired right now. This one gives a lot of inner thought, inner peace, a lot of patience. And that's number 12, which is 3. That could be significant for you. You will be able to sense the best timing and approach to take. To create space for healing and resolution, connect your body and ground yourself in the here and now with body-friendly practices. You will find your way intuitively and instinctively, even though confusing circumstances, where one moment you're sure it's a no, and the next moment you're sure it's a yes. Give up trying to figure the answer out right now and remain open with positive but relaxed expectation. That clarity shall emerge spontaneously according to divine timing. Trust that your questions about your life will be answered. Even now, you're in the process of working your way toward the answers that will bring you clarity and a higher understanding. There is a kindness in how the universe delivers a message. There is a story of 3 rabbis who went into a room and saw God. One rabbi dropped dead, the other one went crazy, and the third one became enlightened. It was the same room and the same divine presence. So what accounts for the different outcomes? When we already know or are ready for knowledge, the divine guidance is incredibly helpful for healing. However, we may need certain experiences to become ready. There is a much grace in veiling a truth that is revealing it. There is a beautiful Sufi teaching that destiny is granted with compassion. There's a time to prepare for knowledge, a time to receive it, and a time to live it. There is a danger in trying to force knowledge. Force is the desire to progress faster than is naturally taking place. Keep that in mind for most that are very impatient. And I speak for myself as well. It is a disconnection from natural rhythms, the sacred feminine, the power of knowledge and divine timing. The Oracle of Perfume of Sofia asks you to trust your nose. The spiritual symbolism of the ability to smell is the capacity for discernment. In the words of Juliet, in Romeo and Juliet, a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. The nose knows. As you learn, by the way, through the air, that's a form of information, receiving information as well, which is really interesting because we're in the age of Aquarius, which is air. And a lot of information is being unveiled right now. And it's really, really crucial at this time to understand that even scents have an impact on people as well. Okay? As you lean into the natural timing rather than trying to force something to happen, you remain connected to your own ground of being. You won't be pushed to get ahead. You'll be in connection with yourself. You'll be able to sense with your body and soul that which might otherwise confuse your mind, with its tendency to argue first one way, then the other. Thank you. You will be instinctively to sniff out the truth of a situation. Then you shall be able to do something useful with that knowledge, developing the patience required to see us through times when we cannot know something, with trust and hopefully some equanimity. It is an important part of your journey to be patient. If such time evoke fearful and negative predictions or anxiety based on lack of belief that you can deal with whatever arises with grace and dignity and then work on those issues, do what you can now. Leave everything else up to the loving and wise workings of the universe. If you are pushing for a resolution, an answer, and an understanding before it's time for you to know, you'll feel a little bit frustrated. It will be more constructive and enjoyable for you to engage with what is. Will it require the development of your character, the capacity for patience, trust, and faith, for commitment and devotion, even when there is no evidence that you shall succeed? Yes, it is shall. I don't know who wrote this book, but it's odd how it's written, especially if you are carving a path that is unique and creative. To live in such a way is wonderfully courageous and inspired and requires spiritual maturity. Align yourself with a greater wisdom and timing and surrendering yourself in its service. It is the basis of spiritual maturity. You will have your answers, and in the interim, you are doing beautifully. Continue with your journey, your healing process. What can you do to connect to your body, feel good, and ground and focus your energy in the here and now? Some examples might be walking in nature, doing some stretches, or a full yoga practice, meditating or breathing, and relaxation techniques. When you can do that for yourself, make a plan and do it and stick to it. If there is something constructive that you can do right now, such as some deep centered breath awareness or other form of meditation or conscious movement, do that now. That is your healing goal and healing process. Once you've done this, you've completed this process. So I don't know if that resonates with you, but it is very important. And I know there's a lot of scents that are not favorable, but we all have pheromones as well. I'm sure a lot of you are very aware of that. Pardon me. And a lot can be said about somebody's pheromones, actually, whether they're in stress or whether they're in a very high vibrational sense of being, like a calm state. So yeah, I don't know if that resonates, but if it does, like, share, subscribe. If you like these kind of readings, like the oracle readings, just let me know. I'll make more. If not, that's okay too, just for entertainment purposes, and should disclose that on YouTube anyways, right?